What is going on YouTube? Chrono here and welcome back to another PSO2 video. Today's video is going to be special. This is going to be the first video in a new series on the channel, primarily covering PSO2 stuff of course, but it's going to be the first video on my zero pay to win character in PSO2, meaning this is a brand new account, brand new character. I have none of my previous account stuff. So as you can see, this character is 12 hours old already. Let me explain as we're logging in. Is basically this character I set up and started the series beforehand, but I realized that what we were doing at the time just wasn't really all that interesting. I wasn't having a whole lot of fun with what we were setting up, so I wanted to approach this a different way. So what we're going to be doing are essentially little updates for this character. Essentially we're going to be going through and maybe we'll do some event stuff, maybe we'll take care of, little things here and there, how I would approach certain things. Let me get off of this block here really quick because it logs us into one of the most populated blocks I'm not a huge fan of. There we go, that's much better, much quieter. Let's pop up here. And here we go, one of my favorite spots back here when Elio was the place to hang out. But as you can see, this is my character. He has no premium, no AC. And in case someone's curious of, oh, well, maybe you bought AC and spent it, maybe you bought SG or something along those lines, you can actually check purchase history, and you guys can see it is completely empty. If you were to check out my main character, you would find that this is multiple pages. It's very full. But you also see rental stuff here. Expiration, we have nothing at the moment because we haven't bought anything. But what we're going to be doing here today, or what we're going to be doing here moving forward, is this character where I'm going to basically putting, I don't say my money where my mouth is, but practicing what I preach, right? A lot of times I get a lot of comments of how it's almost impossible to set up characters and how difficult it is to be able to keep up with the quote unquote meta if you're not spending money. Now, if you're playing properly, if you're really making smart decisions, it's not. It really isn't difficult, and I want to prove that to you guys by doing it myself on a completely new character. This means that all the unlocks I have to do myself. This means that all of the money I earn has to be earned on this character. I can't get any handouts. I can't take any freebies. I can look at the market, of course, and see what other people are selling, but I can't specifically purchase something from someone that I know that they're selling cheap. If someone puts something up there cheap thinking I might go buy it, hey, look, if I happen to find it, I happen to find it, but it's going to be up there for grabs for everyone. So I'm not going to go out of my way to do anything like that. On top of that, I'm also not going to be joining a free company or guild. I can't remember, alliance. Wow, so many MMOs you play, you forget the names of all the different types of grouping. I won't be joining an alliance either. I don't want to get in any form of an advantage. So if I do join an alliance, it's going to be the alliance that I'm already in. It's going to be Kara's alliance because I know that they're not going to mess with the challenge that I'm doing. But realistically, I recommend you join your own alliance and work with them because they're going to help you out. But a lot of times people say the phrase, I have no friends. Well, again, you don't need any. The one thing I'm going to have over anyone else is knowledge, and knowledge is something that you can gain by simply watching YouTube videos. You can check out plenty of creators in the PSO2 space that I'll talk about tons and tons of important things. Myself, Criticaster, Ropey, Renova, Thrift. I mean, tons of us make tons of great content. Skulls. I mean, we all cover tons of very important things. So knowledge is not something that's unique to us. Yes, experience is. I have gone through this beforehand, but you can get a hold of that information by just checking out the videos. And I'm going to be sharing this with you guys the entire step of the way. Of course, some of my money making tips that I'm going to be using, I will have already made them, and then the video will come out a little bit later, so I can take advantage of them. But you guys can, of course, try to work along with and figure these things out. You will probably see some of this on stream. So this video is going to go up, I want to say tomorrow. So recording this on January 4th. This should go up on the 5th, if not the 6th. Hopefully I haven't decided to scrap the series again because I've scrapped it once, but I think I want to go through with this and really put some time into it and explain what we'll be doing. So this first video is just going to be me letting you guys know where we are currently with this character and what we've done with him. So I basically just taken the blueprint of my main character. I should have named this guy free to play Andy or free to play Chrono, but I wanted to make him just Chrono because there's tons of Chronos. You actually look, hang on one second. Let's see if I can pull it up. In Arc Search, when you're searching for characters, there are tons of Chronos. There's no way to know which one's me and which one's anyone else. So it makes it nice and easy. And this character looks yeah, like my characters, but it does look also fairly generic, so it's not easy to tell exactly it's going to be me. And of course, my outfit's going to be changing. I may decide to change my hairstyle every once in a while too, that way people can't notice that it's me and then try to kind of mess with the challenge. I will be playing as Bouncer, as always. Subclass doesn't really matter, you can swap it around. I might swap it over to Fighter since there's some changes that have happened with classes since I played this character beforehand. Meaning that I'm not really super reliant on having Force as a subclass, but that is what I currently have. This character right now has finished the Elio region, so I'll pop up my map really quick. You guys can see my current goals. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I can't get it to stay on the screen. Guess you can't point at it. But you can see it's reach level 22, enhance your equipment, acquire minerals for enhancing armor, clear a side task, defeat enemies in the following combat sector. They recommend Redum Alnoth, and my target battle power is 1396 at the moment. I finished the storyline, and I think my next quest, if I look at my main quest right now, is to head to Redum City. So it's the chapter 2 storyline. I finished all of chapter 1. We did no side quests. We didn't have to. We did, our dailies, picking up some of the stuff, and went around and did all that sort of stuff. Our usual dailies are here. Our weeklies, this is a brand new week, so I haven't done anything on this character. And we have our limited time tasks. This character was created during the previous event where Randomite was a thing and Greenelsight and Bluefulsight was a thing, so I was able to pick up a couple of camos. I don't have to look like a complete total noob, meaning that I get to use some pretty sick camos. I've got the double saber camo, we have the soaring blades camo. I don't have a jet boots camo, which I mean, I don't want to take any sort of handouts, but dang dude, if there was anything I can get a hold of, getting weapon stealthing for jet boots would be really, really nice. But we'll have to kind of muscle through that. Maybe I'll hook my own character up with like weapon stealthing, just so I don't have to look at these boots since it doesn't actually do anything. But part of the grind itself, right, is going to be also making money for fashion. This character is using very limited fashion. I think I spent a total of maybe 300-400k on fashion so far. As far as gear, we're using the free Renesia weapons. So I made a multi-weapon of soaring blades and jet boots. You guys know soaring blades is basically soaring blades deluxe. We have jet boots added on to cover a lot of the different spots. If you don't know about that, I made an entire video covering it, so feel free to check that out in the I guess I'll leave a link in the video description, or just check out the channel and you'll find the video. So far, we've augmented our weapon. It's only got 3 slots augmented. We had failed some of these a few times, but we augmented fairly cheap. Might 3s apparently weren't expensive at the time I did this. Didal 2s, again, weren't very expensive. And then Gigas Might 2s, also not very expensive at this time. Keep in mind that there are newer augments that are available now. I probably would use the newer augment, the Freed Soul, or else I would augment Tech instead, and I'll be moving towards augmenting Tech moving forward for this class. You can see we have all of our units augmented as well. They're plus 30. We didn't push them any higher than 30. We don't need to worry about that. Max is 30 right now, and that's good enough. And that gives us a battle power of 1348. So we were able to get into the next region. So we're good to go there. This is all free gear that they gave us, and all we did was max out what we had and max out this here, and then we upgraded to unlock the potential. I haven't unlocked the potential on this, so unlocking the potential I may not have done because of the cost of the resources. Man, seeing all of these quests out here really messes with me now. I'm used to like clearing quests out of my way so I don't have to look at them. But let's take a look and see what unlocking the potential actually costs us. So unlocking our potential didn't cost anything. It was completely free, so I definitely should have done this sooner. And this is going to increase our battle power as well. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of now that I'm thinking about it, because I definitely wasn't beforehand. It's something I might have just forgotten, honestly. I may have assumed that it was going to cost me something to do this. It could also be, maybe there's an event going on that reduces this cost, but it normally would reduce the cost of certain things. So it is green, showing that there's something that's being affected, but there's also an event going on that affects like the event weapons and things like that. So this might just be something that goes on for these weapons. This is my first time really using these weapons. Last time I just took a look at them and kind of sped past it for a character I was creating. Does this have a level 5 unlock? No way. It has level 5. That's wild. Probably comes from like the level, or from the plus 60 situation for these weapons. I'm surprised it goes up to level 5. That's crazy. It didn't cost a cent either, which is really nice. So you can see our battle power jumped up. We're already over what the next recommended battle power amount is. So yeah, essentially what these videos are going to be is me just essentially showing you guys what I've got for gear, what I've upgraded to, what we've accomplished. In case you're curious of like my order of operations for doing things, we basically just bum rushed the story. We didn't worry about doing anything else. We just completed story quest after story quest until we were done. Afterwards, we went and unlocked everything on the map. So we went around to all of Ryukers, grabbed all of them. We also went around to all of these the cocoons in the towers. We completed all of them. So we've completed all the cocoons and all the towers. We have our first time reward, skill point, but we haven't done the Ordinal Tower yet. We're going to save doing Ordinal Tower for right before we go into Stia, because it's going to give us a nice weapon to use moving into Stia by doing the whole thing. And we'll be doing it solo, meaning we won't be taking any sort of carry. No one else will be pushing us forward. And no, yeah, as you can see, our thing is updated. Reach level 24 now, enhance your equipment, learn class skills. Tells us Redem Alnoth still, because Redem Alnoth is actually a good place to just grind in general. We'll talk about that in a later episode. And our target battle power now is 1474, which we will hit very, very easily. In case you're curious about what our skill tree looks like at the moment, let's go ahead and review that really fast. Let's see here. So all we've got are basically everything we need for soaring blades. Our goal is probably to grab some of the jet boot stuff, because also this existed before Pinion Blade, or we started this character before Pinion Blade even came out. So we don't have Pinion Blade. I really would like to have Pinion Blade. I would honestly drop a point from this and grab Pinion Blade in case anyone's following along with this on their own journey. Take 1 point Fanatic Blade. Actually, no, hang on. I would actually take a point out of Blade PP Recovery. It's not very useful. It's okay, but it's not amazing. Or maybe out of Defeat Amplifier, maybe drop that down to 1 and then put the point into Pinion Blade and kind of go from there. Eventually you'll be able to max this out. You'll be taking points here and here and here. You'll be taking points in a lot of different places. And I will leave a tree linked in the video description of what I plan to do moving towards the end. So if you are following, you're also playing Bouncer, use that as a guide. But the way I play Bouncer is Soaring Blades primarily, with Jet Boots covering what Soaring Blades can't, meaning the Soaring Blade Deluxe playstyle. We're also Sub-Force. Sub-Force is just grabbing, the necessary stuff here. 15 points here, 5 points here eventually, 1 point here, 1 point here. And then we have like some stuff for Talus, and that's about it. We're not really going to be playing Force at all on this character, so we're not really worried about taking the important things for Force. So it's totally fine just to grab the subclass stuff, and then we'll just take whatever later. And then Fighter is also something we're going to be playing as our subclass. This is the subclass we want primarily for fighting bosses, so we just have all of our points in these top two. As you can see, it's a total of 18 points, I believe. So 10, 8, yep, 18 points, 19, 20. So I think 20 is the total get in the first region. And that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we've missed? I want to say that covers everything. Like I said, I don't have premium, so can't really use the shop that easily. We got tons and tons of different tasks, but I haven't been doing any side tasks. Just doing my dailies, getting my weeklies done when I can. That's what we'll be working on primarily. And then we're going to be pushing forward into the Redem region. By the next episode, you guys should see the Redem region be completely done. That's going to be the next goal, is to finish all of the Redem region storyline, unlock all of the waypoints, and maybe we'll do that together with you guys, and then run all of the cocoons. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys want to see for this series. I'm actually very curious. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. So expect it to be a little bit all over the place at first until we hone in on exactly what our formula is going to be. Let me know what you guys think. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and keep up with more. Let me know if you have any questions below. I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Peace out.